Namaste friends, my name is Dinkrit Sethi and I welcome you on Lifestyle with Din. Today I wanted to talk about some life enhancing philosophies from the Thai culture while doing some hip mobility drills. So if you are interested in both or either one, continue watching this video. First of all, I would like to get into a deep squat position before starting off my little conversation. So, a deep squat is really relevant for us as it helps us enhance our mobility and strengthen our lower body. It's also called Malasana, connecting with our root chakra, centering ourselves, grounding ourselves. A sense of grounding I feel in Thailand, a place which I've been visiting for the last 3 to 4 winters and spending months and months indulging with the beautiful Thai people and their culture. I like living like a local there, more like a traveler than a tourist, and as a result I am gifted with a lot of understanding of how they think beyond what appears to the world. So for Indians especially, Thailand is more about distraction, party and all those fancy things, but if you go and stay there for long, you understand the soul of the Thai human. And one beautiful philosophy that I came across was Namjai. This is from the Thai language which I have been self-studying. It helps you in not only interacting with other people but also feeling connected. Just a few words and you become a part of their inner circle, and then you understand more about their life. So Namjoy is something that every Thai citizen embodies. Nam means water, Jai means heart, and it's a beautiful philosophy which conveys a kind of love which is in a way self-sacrificing. You deny your own self in order to do things for the well-being of others, and this can be seen around little and large things all around Thailand, where people are waking up before they want to so that they can serve people the best food, where in clubs you might see some people give you more respect and value at their own value. They will move aside, they will give you space, they will always stop at crossings. So there's a lot of this being embodied there by the local citizen, and that's what comes into other people when the tourists are visiting there. Every tourist who visits Thailand learns these very simple etiquettes, not because they have been enforced, but they are being followed by everything. So now I think it's enough time on our deep squat, and we can move forward into something more. We'll get into the 1990s. So get on our hips, straighten our back with our hands behind us, open up our legs and go across from a 90 to a 90. And yeah, carrying forward, the first thing I do whenever I reach Thailand, whichever part of Thailand I reach, is go to a Buddhist temple. Not for any religious purpose, but just for the sense of peace that I get in terms of looking at people, looking at all of the operational functionalities of a temple. It's called a wat in Thai, and how people are embodying the culture, and they're not just going to the temple and just leaving their spirituality there. Everyone goes there, meditates, and there is that energy inside the wat. And last time I had lost one of my bags while visiting a few temples, and it's not that there are no scams there, but then they're limited and they're not as much. So I got stuck in one of these processes where I left my bag at one of the temples, and then we had to rush back because it had all my belongings. And then I went back to the temple somehow, and it was shut. And then there was another person who was visiting. Her name was Boom. I called her P Boom, and she helped us a lot in finding and communicating to the seniors at the temple and getting our bag back. She didn't need to, she was just visiting the temple, and then eventually we went to another temple. She was going to the same, and we became friends. And this is how friendships start, where people are helping each other unconditionally. So that's a common trait of Thailand. We can move now to a Vajrasana, sit in with a straight spine with our hips on top of the heels. And another word that I actually like in the Thai language is Jai Yen. Jai Yen. Yen means cold. It's the opposite of Jai Ron, which is warm, and Jai is obviously heart. So, doing things with calmness, coolness, centeredness, just like our movements, we have to do them with centeredness and coolness, not with aggression, not with force. Yes, we can do other things which might require aggression, but whenever we are centering ourselves, doing these mobility drills, we have to keep ourselves calm. So, with the same calmness, we'll go to a Baddha Konasana, we'll go to joining our foot palms together, putting our hands underneath, pulling our heels towards our body, and then stretching as much as we can our knees down to the ground while pulling the back up. And so Jai Yen is a beautiful philosophy where people embody it. They remain calm, centered, and cool even in difficult situations. I was told this by one of the masseuse. He was from Isan. I was in Bangkok, and whenever he used to press on certain stiffness in my body, I used to react. A beautiful bird is here. She always comes right here. Come here. Beautiful. And always comes and talks in different tones. So yeah, so the masseuse told me Jai Yen, Jai Kwang and Jai Yen. And he said, have a big heart and have a cool heart. Don't react so much. It's only little bit of pain. And that's a big philosophy to have, because in this modern world where people are very fragile and they can't take even a little bit of suffering, they want something to keep distracted. The ability to honor pain without reaction is important. Same goes with our movements. The ability to honor a little bit of pain, not the injury causing pain, but this little discomfort we have in yoga whenever we are pushing ourselves a little more. So what we'll do is like place our palms down, keeping our back straight. Now we'll take our chin forward, slide, and then slide as much as we can and hold at that place where your pain is generating a reaction, and remain cool to it. Have a cool heart to the pain. Embody the philosophy of Jai Yen, and then try to get your forearms down, and then try to dip your head to your toes. Pull yourself back, and then just sit with a cross leg pose. And if you can, try to get the other leg also on top of the inner thigh. If you can't, you can just keep it underneath. Just sit in this pose and relax for a bit. Just try to push yourself up straight, open up your chest and spine. Listen to this beautiful little magpie who has a beautiful nest close by. And she always comes to my terrace and keeps singing different tones and tunes. I'm basically learning how talented these people are. They can use their chirping in different ways. Same is the quality of our words. Our words we can utilize either to bake or burn, just like the birds chirp. So it can use to disturb life or to beautify life. So I believe that we should always look at using our words to bake things rather than burn them. And yesterday was a day of a lot of content absorption, where I was understanding a lot of corruption in India and how it functions and how deeply it's rooted, even with my last video. And I would like to suggest that another concept of the Thai language, which is Sabai Sabai. Stay calm, stay content, stay peaceful, direct your energy in peace. That whatever we give our awareness to will grow. So if I give my awareness to these posts regarding corruption, obviously the algorithm will get signaled and it'll give me more posts like that, and then I'll develop an attitude, even if a subtle one, of pulling myself back and thinking the world is a bad place where I am, which is in India. But then that's not the whole story, and we should not let our perception be diluted as such. We should be aware, but at the same time we should keep our thoughts always towards what we can do about it. And that's where this video came to being, where I thought that let's pick up certain good things which other cultures not only talk about but embody, rather than hate your own place and then fall for another. Let's talk about those things and let's make it a part of our own lives through this workout, through our lives. And that's where we are seeing the glass half full. And I would also like to say that irrespective of how much I love another place, I know that all of these philosophies somehow have roots in India because of the rich cultural history. And this is not ego. Even the gods and goddesses, most of them towards the east, are versions from the 4,000-year-old Sanatan Dharma. So it is all rooted there. It's just that we've forgotten our own culture, and some other races, they actually embody it better. So that's why they're advanced, that's why they're doing things, and we have just gotten lost into religious dealership and corruption in that. So we have to just awaken to our own past glorious self to embody all these beautiful principles we have, but by that time maybe learn from other people who are successfully following them in the modern world. So there's no hate, there's only love. So the next thing is the Sabai Sabai concept, where we are living in calm, contentment, joy, in peace. That's how we should approach our movements. Just stay effortlessly here. I've been sitting in a cross leg, which people can't, for a while. Now what I'll do is I'll straighten up my hands up, go forward, and get my chest to my legs. Stretch myself a little more. Hold for 5 to 6 breaths. Sabai Sabai. Pull myself back. And this is the slow paced morning movement sometimes we need, because the world is always wanting us to rush into another machine based workout, to push and lift iron, to be like that bodybuilding athlete, and to buy that protein and have that pre workout and have that wild sense of always doing something with intensity. But that's not something you can be consistent with if you understand things. I have been trying to be consistent with that for the last 20 years. I have been successful, even more. Now it's more like 22 years. But I know that you need your calm, centering self as well. And with that in mind, we'll come to this particular tabletop hold, from which I would raise my knees, stretch back, and try to get into a downward dog first. Try to push my heels down into the ground and stretch my hamstrings. And from here, lift one leg up and get into a pigeon pose like this. Straighten myself and then slide forward as much as I can and hold. Feel it on the inner thigh. And then there is another word in Thai which I would like to talk to you about after I switch sides. So coming up, getting my ball down, ball of the foot, going up, down, other side, forward, and sliding gently, beautifully and calmly into a pigeon. Just being here, breathing normally for 7 to 8 breaths while enjoying this beautiful bird's chirp. A little bit of cueing in this. How I can make this better is by getting my heel in line with my knee and then stretching. This will give you an added stretch, which you can pull back from, go up, and then come straight. Beautiful. So the next word I have for you is Jaidi, having a good and kind heart, which has roots in Buddhism, kindness and compassion, and not the kind of word usage of it, but the embodiment of it, which I see in every person who's feeding you there. They're kind, they've got like small shops, but they've got big hearts, Jai Kwang, very big hearts. And this is what we have to pick up and embody, because all of these things are there in our culture as well. And if we can just do justice to it and imbibe it in a moment to moment basis, we will be setting a good example for the modern generations. So now again, a slightly wider position on our knees, and this is especially for the hips. I'm going forward, so down and forward. So I go sit back and I come forward, sit back and forward. So I'll show you a sideways version of it. So I sit back, I go forward, sit back, I go forward. and my legs are a little wide apart. My toes are coming in, and feel it on the hips. And now get into this position, push your hips back, and then pull them in, pulling your spine, pulling your belly button to your spine. So push the hips out, pull it in and tighten. Push, pull, push, pull. Beautiful. One more time, and pull. Nice. Just hold on and relax. This is easy, so we can go one after the other. Now from a kneeling stance, I step forward and push. I can keep my hands on the front knee and stretch my hip extensor, a very important part for overall postural stability. And we pulse. I'm moving forward and pulsing, and then eventually changing side, going to the other side and pulsing forward. Look at my hip, it's recruited, and I'm getting my groin to move forward. These are very ignored parts of our body, and if we can focus on them, we can actually become more functional. Nice. We'll change side, and this time place our palms down next to our hand, hold the back of our foot, get it close to the hip, the heel and hip together, and then stretch forward, pulse forward, and maybe 7 to 8 times. Feel it, and down, change side, sometimes I get confused, but that's okay. We change side. Super nice. Push and be gentle with self, and exhale as you push. Beautiful. Come back down, relax. So all in all, it's basically learning from other cultures, pursuing them, and understanding how to be more conscious and loving, rather than using other places or countries and just going there from the top of the surface like tourists, not understanding them, just enjoying the absolute garbage that their culture has to offer, and then thinking that that's all. Whereas if you go deep dive, you'll find out so much beauty and bliss in the same culture. So try these 4 to 5 mobility drills, and try to embody the philosophies I talked about. I'll just sum them up. I'll say Namjai, have a water like love which overflows, selfless love. Have Jai Yen. Jai Yen means coolness, calmness of heart in all situations, and an honor while you face tests, suffering and pain. Sabai Sabai, contentment, peacefulness, and the utter joy of just being present. And Jai Di, have a good heart, be kind, compassionate for self and others. Because what you'll do to others is only what you do to yourself. You will meet others with the same depth at which you have met yourself. So meet yourself deeply at places beyond feelings, beyond perceptions, in the beyond, because those are experiences. And when you totally experience yourself, will you be able to give others that experience which is beyond the mind and beyond the body. I'll end today by saying that the ultimate victory is not about claiming it, because the ultimate victory is on the very I, the ego, that wants to claim victory. So your ultimate victory will be such a surrender that you won't have the I left to claim it. If you like such slow paced movement, such conversations which enhance life, then do subscribe to my channel, and in the comments tell me which Thai philosophy are you most inspired by. And a lot of love, a lot of good energy, and a lot of blessings. Namaste.